Good evening. Welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the Think Show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American didn't find their way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. Tonight, we're going to talk about something that, we should be paying attention to in these upcoming months and years. What is being set up now so everybody sees it. So it won't be no excuse later on that I don't know. I didn't know. Nobody that you live in it. The other day, we talked about a program that went on in the 50s called Operation Wetback. What you're seeing today is just a rerun. Same thing. People people don't look at borders. Borders are used to keep people in line. Border is like telling you to sit and stay there. That's all borders are. Nobody can just draw a line on the map and say this is yours and this is mine. This is the world. People come and go. People born and die. People come from all over. People move around the earth like wind. That border thing is territorial. This is mine. Don't step over that line. And that's the kind of aggression the world has been getting from the United States. What, past 200 years? There are no borders. And this is why we have to know these things. So I was just talking to a friend, and she said, well, Carrie, somebody may get hurt. Okay. She's like, okay. I'm like, listen, the information is there. You're smack dab in the middle of the information age, and you don't know shit. Whose fault is that? Don't know nothing. The only thing they know is what comes across that TV screen. Not knowing they got their own built-in one right between their eyes to make any movie you want. But you rather be controlled by off on the street. I know people who are emotionally controlled by that stuff. I know people their TVs are so loud you can't even hear yourself think. And you know what I'm talking about. That's what most, not some, not a few, most people have a TV in their house, in their room, a remote control right there so they can cut whatever is coming across that screen on into their world, becoming a part of their reality. That's what the TV is. Don't you have ideas flowing through your ethers? Yeah, almost never used, ever, right? Right? So the TV is going to be used to control you. The point I want to make is this: beware of what's going on in and around your communities, because you see now this indigenous thing is these kids are finding out who they are. They doing something that wasn't taught to us, genealogy. Go search for your family later for George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and all that bullshit. Who are you? It used to be a time when I could say most people don't know. I can't say that no more. That's cool for me. That's cool for me. Knowing what energy you pack on this planet, is tremendous. It's still a lot that don't care, whatever, but it's a lot. It's growing, and it's coming from the young folks too, and that's going to be cool because that means it's going to last a long time. Every day you live, it cuts down on the time you have here on the planet. And so that's why we just can't take this energy jet that we get and just fuck it off, right? Do that Diddy thing. We can't do that. Very important to be knowledgeable, knowing what's going on. Never not knowing nothing is not good. I want to share this next piece with you. And this is what's going on now. And I'm gonna hit you with a little something, and many of you are gonna recognize this. Check out what this dude says, and check out what's being fomented around the world about so-called African Americans and so-called Black people. Check out what this guy say, and arrogant about it too.
You did not learn in school.
The Buffalo Soldiers murdered thousands and thousands of Native American women and children. This is why you don't learn about this history in school, because it challenges the heroic archetype that the Buffalo Soldiers were helping white people expand into the West. It erases the fact that they murdered thousands and thousands of Native Americans while building on top of their bones. Buffalo Soldiers were the 10th Cavalry. The 9th Cavalry committed the Wounded Knee Massacre. They were present during that massacre. So if you teach this in school, people are going to start realizing that the real cost of freedom in America has always been Native American bodies. Fucked up history, but that's the truth. Yes, they built national parks and various other things on top of Native American bodies that they had just murdered, though.
Now, this isn't me saying this. This is just stuff I pick up, here and there. I hear people talk, people send me stuff. And these are things we have to know because Native Americans, when you ask them, you notice you can never get into a conversation with them because they'll just chop the conversation up. That's first to let you know that they're lying. Dude, you're an immigrant. But the important thing to remember is this, what he said. The Buffalo Soldiers, which many of you claim are your ancestors, your great great grandfather fought in the. This is going to be used against you, not just by them, but all these other immigrants coming around here taking over your country. Hey, they came over to our country and did the same thing. This is not the time to be dumb. This is not the time to try to show how intelligent you are. Understand what's going on around you. Understand what's going on around you. Do you get that? So this is what I mean. This is what I mean. And Tribe Up, uh, tell us, because this kind of stuff really pisses me off. Tribe Up 999. Could you come up and let us know what the people here, the religions or spiritual practices that they practiced? If you want to learn about Islam, uh, Malcolm X is a perfect, it's simple to study. Simple. Islam, Christianity, Catholicism, all of that has done nothing but destroy the world. and we act like it's cool. We praise it. We will change our name from the name our mama gave us to be from a religion from the middle of the desert. Right? Isn't this what we do? And see, when you ask the African American Black, why, how is this possible? Why do you worship gods from deserts? And when you hear them speak, you can actually see the demon in them because none of them read it. That's how you know most African Americans, Black, can't read. You read the Bible, dang, all they doing is killing kids. Nobody say nothing about that. They'll pretend like, oh, you got to read it. This is what we do now. Like I said, it's falling off big time. People running away from that church, just like these kids are waking up. The guy said Buffalo Soldiers killed Native Americans. Native Americans weren't even here yet. They were of no significant consequence here. You cannot find them before the 1850s. And we have to know that. That's what we say. Do your genealogy. Go find out who your great 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 grandmom is. Talk to her. She right there. Go speak to your. They'll tell you. They know where around. Were they building these colleges that you see around there? These historically Black. Were they building those? No. Where are theirs? Where are their colleges? We don't question. We don't. We just want to go along and get along. We cannot pass nothing down to our children. We can't pass not knowing nothing down to our children. We can't pass down to our children, you can be a girl if he's a boy, or you can be a boy, because that means they won't get together and create more of us. See, they've been trying that trick for a long time to depopulate us. A long time. Many of us go with it. Remember, this isn't your only life. All you are an extension from your family, the people, how you got here. That's all you are, is an extension. That's all of us are. We're just a replacement. Just a replacement for your father, replacement for your mother. That's all. What are you going to leave for all the other people that you're connected to? Your family, your kin. What are you going to do? Buy a new car? Do all this coon shit that you're showed to do this? Go buy products from people from other countries. That's all. That's what percentage of the energy does the Black African American spend doing that? Buying stuff, products from people from other countries, other places. What percentage do Blacks and African Americans do that? Now, I know some of you go cry. No, we don't do all of it all the time. 90% of the stuff is in your house is made by somebody from another country, because you don't know it's yours. You don't know these are your resources. So obviously you don't know what to do with them. But we know how many points LeBron scored in his career. You can't pass that down to your children. Do this. Some of you guys come from bigger families. where your great great grandmama or your great grandmama had 13, 14 kids. Those kids grew up, and those are your aunts and uncles. They grew up, and those 14 people had how many kids? Let's say 75, just way more than that. We know it's, we're going to say 75 so we can follow this story. Just those 75, that what you say, how you seeing it, not what you thinking I'm saying or somebody else is saying, what you say, that all those 75 people are paying how much in rent and mortgage a month over their lifetime. 75 times, let's say rent is $1,000 a month. We know it's more. Let's say it's $1,000 a month. $75,000 a month times 12 is how much? I don't know. Over somebody's lifetime times 75. That's how much of our energy, that's just a smidgen. That's how much of our energy that these people get, are given because you think you come from somewhere else. You can't pass that down to your children. What these Native Americans, what are all these people doing? Because this is the thing that gets me. And this is what I mean. You know, the dumbness is just too much. It's just too much. You don't see that Europe, Asia, and Africa is one place because of those borders. Wipe it out of your mind. You can walk to Europe. You can walk to France from Africa. You can walk to China from Africa. Did you gotta know that. Don't you think they were dealing with each other before any of them ever dealt with you? Does that ever come to mind? It's not a continent, April Dawn. It's what they say it is. That's not what it is. They, they say that you're black. You're not. They say that you were black to set up their construct. That's not what you are. You're not the color black. You don't have any of the characteristics of black, yet you call yourself that, not you, and get emotional about it. And all the word black means is doom. I mean, look at what it's done. That's all you have to go by. We created, who was we? We always on that. We. Hmm? Well, didn't some of you join the Boule? Didn't some of you join the army to go off and fight in other wars and not defend here? We, you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, your grandmama, your great great grandmama, your grandmama that was born in 1775, her, you have a direct connection to them if you will simply use it. What you call African American and black, they don't even care. Cut off completely. And will worship another person's grandmama. That's what African Americans do. You see how they're weakened? They can't explain it, won't it? Or will lie to you to try to explain it. Hmm? You can't put two and two together and realize that you didn't come from nowhere. You can't put two and two together and realize that Mexico, America, South America, all Caribbean, Central America, all one place. You can't put two and two together and figure that out. Just like Africa, Asia, and Europe is one place. All of this over here, you can't figure that out. The average African American and black, no, they will cuss you out and tell you a lie. And anybody knows that you can walk from here to South America. But what about the islands? What about them? They're the same place. Don't other place, don't over in Europe and Africa, they got islands too? Aren't there islands part of those countries? And we argue. We argue. And people clean up on it because we don't know. You better be glad these kids are waking up. You better be glad they waking up because now they starting to see who they are. They're starting to get some of what everybody else is getting from America. All that stuff they talk about but don't do, now it's going to go into the rightful hands. It's not going into the likes of people who like and listen to and subscribe to Diddy and all this garbage that's fed down your throat that you think is good. And it's nothing but poison. And this been going on for at least the past 40 years. Sister asked me, when's the last time you watched a TV show? I said, I don't watch it. Yeah, yeah. She said, they got some shows out now that is glorifying the dope. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, you should have seen it in real life. You know, you should see it in real life. You should have seen in real life what the crack did to the community. I can only imagine what the heroin did, but you're seeing it now with these opioids. Luckily, a lot of us aren't on those. A lot of us are, but it's not an epidemic. Start passing some intelligence down to these kids. You can't even, I know this is AI, you can ask a machine and get answers. Nah, somebody better be able to ask you something and get the correct answer. Artificial intelligence, you have no excuse. They're telling you right up front, it's not real. You're going to give your intelligence over to a machine, something that can't even breathe? For real, cuz? You going to do that? Better get your mental capacity to rocking. You do not realize who you are. Realize it and be that. It's going on 9:30, 9:40, way past my bedtime. You guys have a good night. Talk to you later. All right. Peace.